what the heck is Caviar doing in skincare? The La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Cream is $555. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Joyce Park, board-certified dermatologist. Welcome back to my channel. I have something really exciting planned for you today. I don't know about you, but definitely for me, my entire feed on all my social media platforms and everything I see in real life has been taken over by the Barbie movie. I haven't seen it yet. I made plans to go watch it with my girlfriends next week, but in honor of the Barbie movie, I wanted to go over the $1,600 skincare routine of our very famous Barbie herself, Margot Robbie. This is actually a skincare routine that was published by the Skincare Edit back in 2022. So some of her items may have changed, but this is the most recent information that we have. And trust me, you're gonna wanna sit tight for this one because there is a lot to unpack. I mean, $1,600, that's a lot of skincare products. So let's dive right into it. Quick reminder that when I do these reaction videos to celebrity skincare routines, I'm not throwing any shade on them. I'm just using this as an opportunity to educate about different ingredients and skincare products, and also to share with you that you don't need to spend $1,600 to have a really fantastic skincare routine. Now, we know that Margot Robbie has acne-prone sensitive skin. This she has talked about in many articles before. And this is actually kind of a tricky skin combination to have because a lot of the ingredients that we use to fight acne are actually drying and can be potentially irritating. Think retinols, retinoids, benzoyl peroxide, acids like salicylic acid. A lot of these can be quite harsh on the skin. So if you have acne but also sensitive skin, it puts you in a tough spot. So we'll kind of keep this in mind as we move through her routine. Margot starts off her morning skincare routine with the Lancer the cleanse. And this is made for normal to combination skin. It is $60, so it's a hefty price tag for a cleanser. This one comes with hydrolyzed rice protein, which helps to hydrate and moisturize the skin, as well as aloe for soothing properties. It also has amino acids that similarly help to nourish the skin, so the marketing goes. And this cleanser also has salicylic acid, although I couldn't find out the exact percentage of the salicylic acid in this product. Now, salicylic acid is a beta-hydroxy acid. It's small enough to go into the pores and really cleanse them out and take away the oil, but it can also be a little bit harsh. Now, this foaming cleanser is purported to be very gentle and non-drying, so I think it's a fine cleanser for Margot. The only thing is that it's kind of expensive. The Lancer cleanser is $60, which comes at a pretty hefty price tag for a cleanser. If you followed me for a while, you know that there's certain categories of skincare products that I like to splurge on and certain ones that I like to save on. I like to save on cleansers because cleansers are skincare products that really only go on your skin for a couple of seconds to a few minutes, and then you pretty much wash it off. So if you're looking for a good cleanser with salicylic acid that's affordable, that's good for normal oily combination skin, I would probably opt for the CeraVe SA Renewing Cleanser, which also contains salicylic acid and is great for acne breakouts, as well as if you have those red strawberry bumps on your skin called keratosis pilaris. I do have a whole video on keratosis pilaris that I'll link down below. Next, Margot talks about 2 facial mists. It's interesting because she says she doesn't like serums because she has sensitive skin. However, she likes to use these 2 facial mists. The Aesop Immediate Moisture Facial Hydrosol, which is $25, and the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, which is $49. Now, I took a look at the ingredients, and I have to say these facial mists are not my favorite, especially for sensitive skin, because alcohol actually features very high up on the ingredient list for both of them. In the case of Aesop, denatured alcohol is actually listed as the 3rd ingredient, followed by a bunch of fragrances. And in the Caudalie one, alcohol is actually listed as the 2nd ingredient, followed by a bunch of fragrances and essential oils. We know that denatured alcohol or alcohol can be helpful in skincare products as an astringent. It can make products feel very light. However, it can also be drying to the skin, especially when it's listed in the front of the ingredient list. That means it's at a higher concentration out of all of the ingredients that are in this product. Also, I'm not a huge fan of essential oils and so many fragrances for people with sensitive skin. I actually am a fragrance girly. I really like fragrance. It doesn't irritate my skin, but when I'm having a rosacea flare, if I'm having a breakout, if my skin barrier is damaged and it's all red and irritated, I'm definitely steering clear of any products with fragrance. So if Margot tends to have sensitive skin, I actually would advise her to not use these facial mists and instead reach for a serum. Now, I don't personally use a lot of facial mists. I like to opt for serums, but if she really wants to try one, Caudalie also makes a grape water mist, which has very, very simple ingredients. I haven't used this personally, but since Margot seems to like Caudalie and she seems to like mists, I think this is a good alternative because it has very simple, basic ingredients. It basically just has grape water and grape juice, which is really high in potassium and other minerals. Looking at both of those mists as well, there's nothing in the ingredient list that really screams hydrating or moisturizing to me. The second one, the Caudalie one, at least contains glycerin, which is a humectant, but I didn't see anything like that in the first one. So I just don't think these mists do a very good job at actually moisturizing the skin. Next, we move on to two very expensive products, neither of which I've tried personally, but I just did a deep dive into. This is the La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Eye Cream, which is $435, and the La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Cream, which is $555. The marketing claim is that both of these ingredients, and this whole line really, features Swiss caviar. We know we eat caviar on potato chips. It is considered a super luxury splurge food item, but what the heck is caviar doing in skincare? Caviar is composed of sturgeon eggs, but it actually also contains a blend of things that could be good for skin health, like fatty acids, amino acids, and minerals. So I took a deep dive into PubMed and I found two articles that actually looked at the effect of caviar on skin health. One looked at the effect of caviar on skin cells, and the other one looked at the effect of caviar on hairless mice. The first of these two studies looked at the effect of caviar extract, and namely one of its components called DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, on UVB-irradiated fibroblasts. And they found that the caviar extract was able to help decrease the production of matrix metalloproteinase, MMP1, in those UVB-irradiated skin cells. What is MMP1? It's actually an enzyme that chews up collagen, thereby degrading your extracellular matrix and making your skin more prone to signs of aging that we think about. In the second study, researchers actually looked at hydration levels, wrinkling, oxidative stress, and inflammation on the backs of hairless mice. And they found that UV definitely increased all of those factors, but applying a caviar extract powder actually helped to protect against all of those things. In fact, application of this enzyme-treated caviar powder extract even helped to upregulate hyaluronic acid as well as other antioxidant enzyme activities. So it seems that this enzyme-treated caviar powder extract can help protect skin cells against some of the harmful effects of UV damage. But, and this is a big but, both of these studies were not done in humans. One was done in cultured fibroblast cells in a little jar, and the other study was done in mice. And we know that we cannot directly take evidence from these studies to apply it to humans, but I would say that there is some promising research there, and I'd love to see some more data about it. I don't really know anything about the caviar powder or caviar extract that might be used in these La Prairie products. All I know is that they're extremely expensive. I would love to look at the clinical data for these products myself to justify spending such a large amount on these skincare products, but for now, I would say I would not personally spend close to $1,000 on a facial moisturizer plus an eye cream without robust data supporting it. It just seems like a lot of money for unclear science. Margot then goes on to describe the two tinted lip balms that she likes to use. One is from Burt's Bees, it's about $5, and the other is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment, which is about $25. I took a look at the ingredients, and the ingredients for both seem very similar. The Burt's Bees contains beeswax, which is the hallmark of the Burt's Bees line. It also contains shea butter, which is a really great occlusive. Occlusives, when you think of Vaseline, petrolatum, Aquaphor, that kind of thing, it forms a film over your skin, or in this case your lips, to help prevent moisture from leaving your skin. The Burt's Bees one also contains lanolin, which is derived from sheep's wool, and some people can develop an allergy to lanolin, but if you're not one of those people, then you can continue using it. Both products also contain a full range of nut butters and seed oils, and I think these are fine to use, but my whole thing with lip balms is that sometimes they can actually make your chapped skin worse, or they can make your lips even more dehydrated and dry. And And the reason for that is because many lip balms contain things that irritate your skin or that can even give you an allergy. Things like menthol, salicylic acid, fragrance, all types of fragrances and essential oils. Also, lip balms really need to have a combination of 2 types of ingredients to really be effective. They need to have humectants like glycerin or hyaluronic acid, something that helps your skin hold on to and retain moisture, as well as a type of occlusive. That's what we think of when we talk about beeswax, petrolatum, coconut oil, or shea butter. That is what forms the film over your skin to help prevent the moisture from leaving your skin. So it really needs ingredients from both of these buckets to really be an effective lip balm. I think the lip balms that Margot chooses to highlight and the ones that she likes to use are fine, as long as she's not having an allergic reaction or having even more dry chapped lips from them. Now, I think that this routine cannot possibly be a complete routine because there's no mention of a vitamin C, there's no mention of sunscreen even, and I think that Margot Robbie would know that sunscreen is the hallmark of anti-aging and the key to any effective skincare routine. Not only to protect you against aging, but also to protect you against development of skin cancer. So I would personally be very curious to know what sunscreen she's using, but that is not mentioned in this article. Okay, let's hop on over to her nighttime routine, and this will be shorter because she does reuse a lot of products from her AM skincare routine. She starts off with the Johnson Makeup Be Gone 5-in-1 Makeup Remover Wipes, and she says in articles that she always removes her makeup even while she's drunk. So while I commend her on always removing her makeup, which is super important, I will say that makeup wipes are probably not the most effective way to remove makeup from your face. I would prefer a double cleanse with an oil-based cleanser than a water-based cleanser, or starting with micellar water and then cleansing with a liquid-based soap after that. The thing with makeup wipes is that they're not inherently bad for you. However, some of them may contain some irritating ingredients like alcohol or fragrance. Secondly, they may not effectively remove your makeup. A lot of times they just kind of move all the makeup, smush it around your face, and you still get traces of makeup left on your skin. Thirdly, the force with which we use the actual makeup wipe on our face, all that tugging, all that stress on our skin, can actually cause some micro trauma to the skin, worsening irritation, causing some micro tears, damaging your skin barrier. So you really have to be gentle. Now, am I saying that you can never use makeup wipes? Of course not. In a pinch, like if you're on the plane and can't wash your face, can't have access to running water for some reason, then fine, use a makeup wipe. But if you're just at home, then go ahead and just do a double cleanse and just take off your makeup super effectively. These ones are very affordable though. I believe her makeup wipes are only $11. Next part of her PM routine, Margot washes her face again with the Lancer cleanser. Next, after cleansing, she uses her Peter Thomas Roth Goodbye Acne Max Complexion Correction pads. This is a combination of acids, 2% salicylic acid, which is a beta hydroxy acid, and 10% glycolic acid, which is an alpha hydroxy acid. It also comes with aloe and allantoin, which helps to calm irritation, so it kind of counteracts the more irritating effects of the acids. Now, I think exfoliating peel pads are great. I've recommended a bunch in the past, like the Skin Better Alpha Ret peel pads, or even the Dr. Dennis Gross 2-step peel pads. And I haven't personally tried these ones from Peter Thomas Roth, but the ingredients look great. The one thing I will say though is that if you have very sensitive skin, you want to be careful not to overuse acids because they might actually disrupt your skin barrier and cause more irritation. I also like to use a combination of different chemical exfoliants. So like this one, she's using the AHA and BHA, but I also would really love to see Margot incorporate a retinoid or a retinol into her routine, especially because she has acne-prone skin. We know that retinol and retinoids are amazing for helping out with acne. They can help unclog your pores, decrease oil production, and of course there's a whole other host of anti-aging benefits, but I'm talking specifically for acne. I wish that she would consider like a tretinoin 0.025%. Now, I know that she has sensitive skin, and as someone who also has sensitive skin, I would recommend for her the Skin Better Alpha Ret, which is a very, very gentle retinoid that's conjugated with an AHA, and it's the only retinoid that I can tolerate. I've talked about this a billion times before, but knowing specifically that that Margot has sensitive skin, I would recommend that product for her. And she can even use that with her peel pads. How I typically have my patients use retinoid with peel pads is to use their retinoid maybe 3 times a week, and then on their off days, use the peel pads. So you can really use all of these together in your skincare routine to unclog your pores and help with skin cell turnover in different ways. After exfoliating, Margot then goes to her moisturizing step where she again uses the La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxe Cream, which I talked about earlier, so we'll just skip past that now. The last step in her PM skincare routine is actually, very interestingly, a nipple ointment / diaper rash ointment that Margot uses on her lips as lip balm. So this is the Bepanthen Nappy Ointment. It's only $7 and I had never heard of it before, so I took a look at the ingredients. Very interesting. So it contains lanolin, which is that derivative of sheep's wool, petrolatum, almond oil, and dexpanthenol, which is a precursor to vitamin B5. It's a great humectant. It also helps to moisturize the skin. This product also contains liquid paraffin, which is highly refined mineral oil that is a distillate of petroleum. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding this ingredient, but in this case, it can act as a wonderful occlusive, which is what we really need in a lip balm. Remember, I talked about how you need both a humectant and an occlusive to really go hand in hand to be an effective lip balm. I haven't used this personally. I would say if you have an allergy to lanolin, you probably want to avoid this. I think for her, probably straight up petrolatum, like a Vaseline or an Aquaphor, could be great for her lips at night. I don't think she necessarily needs all the other stuff like the lanolin, the dexpanthenol, but those are some added benefits. So if she likes it, go ahead and continue using it. There were 3 other treatments that were mentioned in this article, which I'm not going to go to in depth due to running out of time. If you want me to talk about these more in detail, comment below. But one of them was the 111 Skin Rose Gold Facial Brightening Treatment Mask. It's actually $32 per mask, which to me is very expensive, but it contains colloidal gold, so suspension of gold molecules, I suppose, as well as peptides. My whole thing with sheet masks is it basically is a fancy way to hydrate your skin. We do this with eczema patients all the time. We have them put on medication and have them wrap their skin with saran wrap or even wet wraps. And the whole idea behind occluding the skin after applying a treatment on it is that it helps the treatment stay on. First of all, it doesn't get rubbed off, and then secondly, can help it penetrate and absorb deeper. So I don't think that you really need to spend a lot of money on sheet masks, just to be totally honest with you, because it really is just hydrating your skin. I mean, are there benefits in this serum, this gold serum that you're putting on your face? Maybe, but I'm not completely convinced. She also uses these Talika eye therapy patches, which are $60 for 6 patches. And at least these are reusable up to 3 times, so it's a little bit more affordable. These contain avocado oil, ceramides, and shea butter. I don't love the idea of using an occlusive like shea butter around the eyes for the same reason that I don't love putting Vaseline around the eyes, because it can predispose to milia formation, those little white bumps. But if she likes it, go ahead. And then lastly, there's the ZIIP Zip GX electrical microcurrent device, which retails for $349. And I just don't really know whether that's effective or not. I haven't reviewed the data on it, but apparently this is a device that she likes. So overall, I found Margot Robbie's $1,600 skincare routine very interesting. I had never looked into Caviar before this video, and now I think that there is a little bit of evidence in mice and in cell lines, but nothing on humans yet, so jury is still out for me. I got a chance to talk about lip balms, why they're good for you, why they're bad for you, and how to tell a good lip balm from a bad one. Thirdly, I talk about things that she might want to incorporate, like a sunscreen, which I'm sure she's using, and also a retinoid, which I think would really help her with her acne. So please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Have you used any of these products? Are you a fan of Caviar cream? Because if so, I would really like to know. And as usual, I would love to hear your suggestions for any topics you want me to cover. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.